It looks like Rockstar Games might be up to something interesting, as according to reports, they are working on a new AAA Open World title in VR. This news has come out earlier today, and it looks like Rockstar is trying to remain busy, or at least trying to come up with something pretty new. So the developer behind LA Noire, the VR case files, is once again working with Rockstar on a new open world VR game. So this actually came in a LinkedIn announcement earlier today. In case you guys don't know what LinkedIn is, it's kind of like a business social media site where you can connect with employers and employees, and you can, leave reviews and write resumes about, what you've done in life as sort of an advertisement for other companies. That's basically the gist of it. So in this announcement, Australian developer Video Games Deluxe said that they are working with Rockstar. So this is what the post says. Having finished the critically well-received LA Noire, the VR case files, we are now gearing up for a new project, a AAA open world title in VR for Rockstar. 2020 marks our 7th year of working exclusively for Rockstar in Sydney, and we are excited to taking on this groundbreaking project. We have a number of job openings in our Sydney studio, including senior programmers, engine programmer, design, and animator. If you are interested in one of these positions or would like to speak to someone who works here about VGD, please get in touch. So that's the entire LinkedIn post. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Now, the only thing that has me a little skeptical about this is the language in this post is kind of bad. Like, there's some big time spelling errors, like the wrong use of the word to. It should have been TO, not TWO. However, I don't know if the person who wrote this post, if English is not their first language, so I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt because this is posted on LinkedIn, which is a pretty reputable site. And this has also been covered by some major news outlets like IGN, Kotaku, Polygon, and more. So I'm going to assume that this is legit, even with all the spelling errors that we saw in that post. So now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's break down what they actually had to say. So this post was actually made a week ago. This isn't like something groundbreaking that happened earlier today. I think it just got the attention of a lot of people today. So they announced that they are coming up on the 7th year anniversary of working on the LA Noire VR case files. And in case you guys don't know what the VR case files for LA Noire is, it's essentially exactly as it sounds. It's LA Noire, but in virtual reality. And this was released on December 15th, 2017. It actually got pretty good reviews coming out for PS4 and PC, and it essentially built off of the 2011 LA Noire release, just sort of Rockstar dipping their toe into VR. And when that game ended up coming out, I was thinking to myself, that seems kind of interesting that they would choose LA Noire to do this. So it kind of makes you wonder if this was Rockstar sort of testing the water to see if something like this would actually work. And it was a pretty good success. I mean, obviously, I don't know how many copies of the game that they actually sold, but footage that I've seen, LA Noire was perfect for VR, like that detective sort of dark, violent crime thriller. That was almost the perfect game for virtual reality. So now flash forward to today, this same studio is working with Rockstar on a AAA open world title in VR. So with that in mind, let's talk about what this could be. Unfortunately, the post has given pretty limited details. I would imagine very obviously this company is under a strict non-disclosure agreement. So it's unlikely we're going to hear what the game is unless it comes directly from Rockstar. But we're still unsure if this is a VR version of an existing Rockstar Games, as this same company did with LA Noire, or if this is going to be an original IP. So an original IP would be like a brand new Rockstar game that we've never seen before, kind of like how LA Noire was back in 2011. Now, I've got a couple predictions for what I think this might be. I would obviously love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. I think the most obvious thing that they're working on is probably Grand Theft Auto 5. So GTA 5 has never gotten a VR version, and I think that this would be obviously incredibly popular. I mean, we're talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 here, like the second best-selling video game of all time, over 130 million copies sold. And I think this would align perfectly with Rockstar's recent announcement that Grand Theft Auto 5 is getting remastered again for PS5 and Xbox Series X. And it would not be shocking that with the power and potential of these next-generation consoles, that introducing a VR version for GTA 5 would be very, very seamless. And I think this is totally doable for them. Now, I don't know how well a game like GTA 5 could work in VR. I know that GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto worked really well in first person, and we saw them even do that with Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I know that's not entirely the same thing, first person versus virtual reality, but we saw Rockstar make that big time transition. Grand Theft Auto was always a third person game, and then they sort of made that jump with GTA 5. Now, we haven't heard anything from Rockstar regarding if GTA 5 on the next generation consoles in 2021 will feature VR or will have a virtual reality version, but they did announce that more details, in fact, many more details, would be coming in the months ahead. So maybe this is something we will officially hear from Rockstar soon. Now, the other thing this could be for is Red Dead Redemption 2. This would make sense because it is Rockstar's most recent game that obviously just came out in 2018 on the PC, 2019. It's an incredibly successful title. Now, the problem with that is, just like Grand Theft Auto, would it necessarily work in virtual reality? I think the answer is yes. In fact, I think it might even work better just because Red Dead Redemption 2 naturally, due to its setting, is a slower paced game. You don't have things like fighter jets and fast supercars. You're pretty much limited, and even the weapons you fire a lot slower would probably work well for VR. So that is one theory that I could totally see Rockstar diving into here. Another theory that I could see, this is probably the most far-fetched one of existing Rockstar games, would be diving into Grand Theft Auto 6, which, according to rumors and reports, is in early development and is going to be Rockstar's next new game. So that's where you kind of get a couple of conflicting reports here, because GTA 6 has been said to be coming next. But what if Rockstar is working on a new IP? That would obviously be the next game that's coming out, especially if it's this VR version. So there's a lot of different really things that you could point to here, saying this is what Rockstar is ultimately going to do. And I guess the last thing this could potentially be is Rockstar, of course, diving into a new IP. Now, we don't know what that would be because obviously it's up to them to reveal something like that. Now, I have no clue what Rockstar could potentially do. Again, the only theme we've gotten here is that it's open world AAA, but I don't know if Rockstar makes any other game that isn't open world, massive, and AAA. That's pretty much their MO. That's like everything that they do. So even that really doesn't give us a whole lot of clues to go by, because that's basically saying like a baker bakes cakes. Like that's what Rockstar does. They make giant AAA titles. Now, unfortunately for Rockstar, pretty much anything they announce at this point, if it isn't GTA 6, is probably going to be met with a lot of negativity. And especially if it's a new game, that's really not the fault of the new game. But that just seems to be what everyone is asking for right now. In fact, there's a lot of people that have reacted to this news hoping that it's GTA 6, even though I do think that that is probably a bit more far-fetched than reality. But a lot of people are holding out hope. Again, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think Rockstar Games is up to here. Again, they're creating a AAA open world title in VR with the same studio that brought us LA Noire, the VR case files. Again, let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well, Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.